Okay, so in assignment 4, in the graph program class, we are going to create a method called drawLine. It's going to be kind of the backbone of this whole graph program, is where we shift into graphing based on the XY coordinates. So to show a few things, let me go back and look. This is a line. All right, so basically I'm going to use drawPoint. drawPoint is a method that we've already used. A lot of times it's going to draw a line, right? So there was an example shown in the reading that showed like 3 points, collinear points. So instead, we're going to get a lot of collinear points. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and let's see, I'll start, I guess, with whatever the x min will be. So here I'm going to do a for loop, and I'll show some things here. Float x equals x min. And I'm going to, so the key here is I'm just going to add like something like this to x every time. So, and as long as x is less than or equal to x max. So if you think about what this is doing, and I'll even show it here, print ln x. So in the example that I have, the x min is -10, the x max is 10. That's a difference of 20. But we're going 1,000 times for every 1 unit. So that's like 20,000 times. It's going to print out the x coordinate. So let's see this. Okay, so that's these down here. It didn't graph anything. But those are all the x coordinates from like, and you can see that they're not perfect. But to the 100th place or the 1,000th place, you're about 0.997. You go up another, basically 1,000th to get to 0.998. Okay, and there is some rounding error until you get to something bigger than 10. Okay, so that is like 20,000 points in this console log. Okay, I think there's a limit on what it can show. It shows the last, whatever. But that's all those points. So if you think about what I want to do is get the y coordinate on the line and then graph that point. I think it's called drawPoint, or drawPoint. So, and I'll see this. drawPoint. Okay, just to make sure I had the name of the method right. So if I had, okay, and every time in here, there's going to be, in this case, 20,000 different values of x. Let me get the y value. I'm going to do L, or it's actually line. This is the method, the line that's going to call it here. I'm going to get the y value for a certain x value. Okay? So there should also be 20,000-ish versions of y. Okay? And then what I'm going to do here, every time, I'm going to, okay, so let me back up. Let me create a point. P, new point. And that point is a combination of x and y. Now the reason I'm doing that is because the method drawPoint, the one that we have, takes in point objects. Okay, so you have to give it a point object. So I'm creating a point object out of x and y, and then I'm going to do drawPoint P. Okay, and this is a void method, which means we don't have to return anything. This is just going to do it. So really, if I have the line L equals new line 3, -2, and I draw the line, I should get y equals 3x minus 2 graphed. So let's see it. So I see this graph. The y-intercept is 2. I can start and go up 3 and over 1 to see that the slope is 3. Okay, so it looks like it works. The benefit of creating a method, and we've trying to get this idea, but if, let's just change this, or 5. This would be negative 3x plus 5. Okay, so we did the logic. The only thing we do have to do is change the line, because this is true. This works for any line object. Now the y-intercept is 5. The slope is negative 3. Okay, so that is the get y method for the line class. Not the line class, the graph program. It's not really a class, so I'll call it the graph program class. And we're going to extend on this to be able to draw other functions as well.